good morning, Salon, where they come to you from 98.1 FM. Well, June 24th, not the fight again, and ECSL done the work to hang around for make sure say Salon gets free, fair, and violence-free elections. Well, ECSL be don't pull campaign dates in a door for all the political party them, and for can't talk about how they don't carry on their political party, I don't carry on with the different campaign them, and how also they plan for give Sierra Leoneans free, fair, and violence-free elections. We want to welcome Mohamed Toure, Director of Operations na ECSL. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, thank you.
All right, from that brief background there, the ECSL they work now. It's going to for make sure say they're able to handle the elections free, fair, and transparent one. The ECSL also be don't give campaign dates to all the 13 registered political parties them across the country. Give me updates so far from one of the monitor the political party them waiting on the happen.
Thank you very much. We don't, like you say, we don't declare campaign open, and so far the political parties they on and about the campaign in the various districts, and the campaign largely has been in compliance with waiting we put in the regulations with regards the do's and don'ts of the campaign. Of course, we don't get some concerns by some political parties, but the PPRC, Political Parties Regulation Commission, we really not in responsibility for monitor the activities of the political parties. They look into those issues. We now, the ECSL, we get little for do when it comes to the campaign, as long as we don't declare the campaign and we don't tell them, say, we are responsibility to basically declare when campaign start and when campaign end. Then we throw the ball in the court of we sister AMB, we the PPRC, we then get the responsibility for monitor the political parties as they go on and about with the campaign process.
So in line with which you say, even though na PPRC getting managed for regulating political party on a different activity, we're not concerned with the political party they make to own in PPRC exactly?
Well, political parties don't really make concern to it. We not get no correspondence.
But you say there is concern.
No, well, I say it na social media, basically, I'm concerned with the race, but no political party, no right to the CSL for express concern about the campaign timeline, because we are responsible now for determining who that campaign, when and where, and that we don't do. And I should say we not being recover that activity today. It been very transparent. All the political parties be very appreciative of the manner in which we do them, and it been going very well. So far, no political party never complain with regards the campaign days or the campaign timeline or result for campaign.
All right, we host the leader for the PMDC now, the presidential candidate, and he make mention of the dates now some districts them we ECSL GAM, get dates, but dates way other according to when independent candidates say for campaign, and he say the ECSL say he can still go ahead with a new campaign. How true is that?
Well, on the day of campaigning for balloting for campaign timeline, PMDC I remember very well we did it, and then ballot, and then select days for campaign. So for make somebody talk say they're not being get campaign days, they'll be strange. All political parties on that day be engaged, be involved in the balloting, and then ballot for days. Waiting, this year has been due. For political parties, we only submit presidential candidate and not submit no other candidates in any of the districts for any of the elections. We join them together with independent candidates in the various districts. Because let's look at this. You send in candidates for presidential election only. We're not sending in candidates for chairperson, councillor, mayor, parliamentary in any of the districts. And the balloting was done at district. So how they will factor you in this district where you not get any candidates in any of these districts? So for those ones, for those political parties will not get any candidates in any of the districts. Waiting the commission do basically was that because we allocate days for the campaigning of independent candidates. With those days, we now will not be give candidates in those districts when I can join the independent candidates for campaign. But as long as you submit political party candidates for an election in any district, you definitely get a day in that district for campaign.
So let we look at now, you don't make it clear with regards political party them, we just sending presidential candidates and not other candidates for councils and, chairpersons. Parliamentary, sorry. So let we look at, based on NEC calendar, about almost 3 weeks to the elections. Usaude from NEC.
Well,
ECSL, sorry.
Yes, a lot of things go on. Of course, at this time, we get so many things we do at the same time. Recruitment of polling staff they go on. Then a very huge activity because we get for recruit more than 91,000 staff. So it's a massive recruitment nationwide. We be done put out adverts. Now an online application. You can apply online or you can fill the form online and print them and submit them physically. That's they go on the deadline for the receipt of application on the 6th. We receive non-sensitive materials at the warehouse. We say we don't begin for in the next couple of days. We'll begin for pack non-sensitive materials for the polls. Printing of the voter register done complete. Packing of the register they go on. Printing of the sensitive materials don't start. Again, that's if they continue. We deep and look at the materials available, the usable materials in the districts, usable materials like ballot boxes and other materials we've been getting before we go for use again. We try for put them together and get it ready. So many things they go on at different times.
So then preparation, go make like you say ECSL the above then game for ensure say June 24 everything about the election go on smoothly.
We very much set, very much ready. Of course, now time process we very cognizant of the fact say the guy who they do a unique job. We not get the luxury for defer date. Unlike many other work, where you get date say you for deliver on this day or you promise say I will do this on this day. If you come back, just easy for me to say, oh well, I'm not gonna meet up again. We'll do our next step. But we not get a luxury there. We're conscious of that, and at that we do all we power for ensure say come June 24 we are set and ready.
Apart from them preparation where you don't state so now don't put in place. Another aspect we important we also they in line with them preparation we know the voter register we know the out yet to the public. And this though is a lot of topic of discussion. How far is CSL on that for ensure say the voter register come on time?
Well, again, when you say voter register, not the out to the public, I wonder what exactly they refer to because we know they ever give voter register out to public.
So how much people understand this and why did they raise the concern?
Well, I don't know how many people understand this, but I know say sometimes people understand either that they raise maybe out of ignorance or out of ignorance of the process, of the electoral process, or a deliberate attempt for create mischief. Because the commission in the first place no get any legal obligation for give out voter register. The commission don't always give itself a moral obligation for give out voter register to political parties. And we don't do them in all electoral cycles, and we did do them in this cycle also. It's no different.
How much, though una dey on the verge of going close to the thin line, but how much una still engage different political party them for let them not go dey raise concern we not really necessary, or also we go raise doubt of ECSL they work in line to the election when June 24?
Well, interestingly, engaging political parties not necessarily means say if you engage in, they're not going to raise concern. If the political party will raise concern, it will still raise concern. Because, make I tell you one thing, we don't engage political parties on several bases. The main opposition, for instance, the APC, we don't engage them bilaterally. In other words, the commission endorses the party, not once, not twice. We don't write to them letter telling them waiting what they do, waiting what they up to. They don't go meet with our office. We don't sit down talk, waiting what they up to for low understand the point of view, may they understand which is point of view. So engagement is not the issue, because engagement it takes place very well. And the chairperson they always maintain say indoors are always open for engagement for discussions. And whenever political parties they write, we always find time for accommodate them, for can discuss their concerns and challenges. So not so the issue of engagement, not like when they engage or they engage, but even when you engage, sometimes for some people, when their mind is made up, it's made up. So it seems as if that's not the issue. Because come back to the issue. From when the CSL released the final voter registration figures in December, release them by districts and then total. The first thing we the main opposition see as a comment was that no, they're not too appreciate what we release. What they want now a disaggregated data by center. We tell us no, that you can get now. Because election is a process, not time. There are several other activities we go for take place. We go for conclude one day before we go able to give out we disaggregated data.
But we will eventually get forgive amount.
We don't give out that disaggregated data by center. We don't put it on website. Now, when we put it on website, because disaggregated data would be the asked for as at that time, now be disaggregated data by center. How many people register in this center? How many people register in this center, etc. Because what will be released in December, now the disaggregated data by district. They say no, what do they want by center? But we say we can't give you this figure now because of A, B, C, and D. And the reason to be very clear. One was, for instance, we can for the transfer of registration. If they transfer registration, then you can't give out data now. Later on, when you transfer, you will find out say one side will reduce, one side will increase. So because of that, we say we know the key. Not until we don't conclude all of these, we don't issue card out. And the moment we conclude the card issuing and the transfer of registration, the commission put on its website the national data by center. We are in for every polling center. For every polling center, we put the number of voters they registered, and we also give number of polling stations. Then once we don't conclude that, they come back and say no, so that we ask for. We ask for disaggregated voter register.
Right, if you listen.
Which we give, and we give very soon to all political parties, not just to one political party.
Right, if you listen to the program Good Morning Salon, and it come to you from 98.1 FM, and we partner stations them across the country. Time for my studio clock, now 14 minutes after 8, and we get Mohammed Toure, Director of Operations, Ecsl this morning. They have for talk about NEC preparation ahead of the June 24 elections, as we get about 18 days to elections. We continue with the program Good Morning Salon, and where they come to you from 98.1 FM. Where they bring this program come to you this morning, in Asma James.
And it's up to you, Kalon.
Well, we still get Mohammed Toure, Director of Operations, Ecsl this morning. They talk about preparation ahead of the June 24 elections, as we get almost about 18 days now to elections. And you don't talk about recruitment of staff, how Ecsl don't focus and they work stronger now. Then don't they secure non-sensitive material, printing of the voter registration, and many more. Well, let me come to security of the CSN. Different, issues in the past, concerns in the past, but also concerns about security for the ECSL offices and also member them with the work day. How security dey for the ECSL from now to elections day?
Yes. If you can recall, when the chairperson of the commission will take over, one thing we don't always make clear is that the seat of the chairperson of the commission very hot, and because with them, they follow social media, they follow the threats on with property, them with the various offices as well as threats to individual staff. The security sector very robust. Then don't deploy in all of with this office system nationwide. The warehouse, now Wellington, they don't beef up security at the various office system, and because even before now we don't always get personnel and deployed out to offices, but with elections drawing closer, they don't beef up security, and we be in constant touch with them within a particular forum whenever we get a security threat, we communicate with them and they take prompt action.
So looking at previous election and we don't happen, timeliness and availability of voting material in Pogona polling center can always be challenged, especially in the hard to reach area them. From previous one we don't happen with the ECSL low land, we for make sure say this June 24, then particular challenge them not pop up.
Yes, you very right. One thing we don't learn is that we need to allocate more days to deployment. Before now, one day we can allocate to deployment of materials. The training of staff, especially the lower cadre staff, they take place on the eve of polls at the various polling centers. And we don't realize don't help we, because it puts constraint on we for the deployment of personnel as well as materials. So this time around, the training of the lower cadre will be concluded 2 days before June 24th. So which means with a complete training the election and the rains, we hope and pray that on that day it will not rain. But of course, we need to bank on hope and then prayers. We're going to put mechanisms in place for ensure say we do what we for see how best we would deal with the situation in the event it occur. So we don't identify places, centers we require. Of course, we know say most of the centers are schools, school structures, barriers, etc. But most of these schools and barriers not able for accommodate all of the polling stations then for the polling, because unlike registration, for instance, we not just one team go day for polling. We forget in one center we get more than one polling station. We get some center we get 15 polling stations now, Western Rural, for instance. So we don't identify all of them placed there, and we don't decide for construct booth. We construct booth in these places. Of course, we not get the means for construct permanent structure. We stand heavy storm, because even we build us, if breeze blows too heavily, it even on roof for the house. So we know they can't talk say we got a mechanism for put structure in place. We go ensure say if it rain, no matter what, it will be protected. But we do all in power for ensure say for every polling center we require boot construction. We say we go before host all of the staff them in the classrooms or in the buildings. The construct boots for prevent rain from disturbing the process.
Okay, continue for day with in case you just a tune in name na Mohammed Toure, in the Director of Operations, Electoral Commission of Salon, where they talk about the preparation stage where ECSL did now for the June 24 election.
And we still get Mohammed Toure, Director of Operations from the ECSL. They have for talk about the preparation ahead of the June 24 elections. We don't talk plenty in them. We don't talk about how NEC prepare for give free, fair, and violence-free elections. Now let we come talk more about the ID card. ECSL, sorry, we don't close the side that we put there before go take will be open officially, but be asked that people can go na different district office system where una be say if you go you go get your ID card. Some people according to them gets challenged where they can go there, they know they can give them their ID card. So when I don't get a kind complaint there, so and if people still can go take their ID card.
Yeah, yes, thank you so much again. The commission be done give directive to the deputy staff them that they can continue for the distribute voter registration cards between the hours of 3 to 5 o'clock every day from Monday to Friday. So this they go on nationwide. People they go to the various district offices for collect the voter cards. Are very much aware of some challenges we staff that they face in our Western Urban Office. We say we throngs of people they can go. Like yesterday, there was almost riot day, where people then go there. Then amongst them, you can get some people then will be so rowdy. Some people then somebody begin video. They make comments for social media. Say they get for stop them from doing that. With the appeal to the public that the commission they take a lot of effort for ensure we continue for give out voter registration cards, because as of now we staff there all over very busy. We're doing other things we crucial to the elections. Card distribution, we can always as a commission give a dedicated time to run for distribute cards. And even though the dedicated time will be don't pass, the commission still believes say we still need for go the extra mile for say how best we can accommodate people and we not being able for their around for collect the cards. But with the appeal that people not for take advantage of this and think say when they go now the offices therefore be rowdy and be chaotic, because like I say we staff them several tasks. For now, we ask them to in fact do an inventory of most of the usable materials. Then they check ballot boxes them in the various district offices for ensure say we check ballot boxes that are available and waiting we get. So if you go, you meet, then they do work and they tell you say okay, we say 3 o'clock, can't 3 o'clock. Then I think say we all need to abide by that one, so that we're able for continue for the cards. But like I say, the commission we don't get directive that for the continue for the cards between 3 to 5, and that's they happen in all district offices.
So how una really get for balance this? Because already ECSL don't make a known to the public say even without your voter ID card, just with your slip and other system one I don't put in place, people can still vote. Looking at the timing, una think say this is not the right time for let people go in crowd and haste forget the ID card. We will not get a more better preparation for make for the June 24 election.
I get your point very well. The commission they look into that. We still there of the view that it is better for me to get your card for vote, because it makes the process much easier for you and much convenient for you. Because if you don't get your card and you go vote, in as much as not having the card not go stop you from voting, it will inconvenience you a little bit when you vote. So we advise people them for getting cards. But of course, if we realize say giving out cards now get a tendency for create more chaos, the commission might look into that one.
In line with the preparation, another important factor na accreditation and presence of people before the voting center on June 24. In that stage day of preparation, also ECSL day.
Yes, the Department of External Relations, when they lead the area there, they in full gear. Then the commission will roll out an online accreditation platform where now in would expect political parties therefore use. Of course, for international observers, they apply. All international partners we intend for observe election don't they apply, and the process of giving them accreditation they don't commence. For political parties and local observers, the department will roll out an online accreditation platform we use for able for track all the way they serve as participants or observers.
What about the presence of particular people, like party stakeholder them? So, way for they around particular voting center them.
Well, we don't expect party stakeholders for their own polling center. We expect political party agents because that's why political party agents are there. Their role now for serve as the eyes and the ears of the political parties. So we need to get political party agents and we get political party stakeholder. So we not go and get we need to get that straight. Political party agent is there to serve as the eyes and the ears of the very political parties. We need to get
this audio, they don't come out for disrupt the whole process. How focused is the commission for CC una keep in line with una work ethics, making sure una give Salonians a free, fair, and violence-free elections?
Yeah, yes, indeed, the social media na a challenge, in this electoral phase. People they go on social media, put any kind of comments, make any kind of statements by the commission. Where sometimes the commission even when the commission respond, the response of the commission they spread as the fake viral message. For instance, this morning somebody drew my attention to something on social media where somebody video na kailam the video when they clean ballot boxes them. They talk things like I say, so election not credible because they clean ballot boxes. They begin wonder how cleaning of ballot boxes relate to conducting election were credible. These are ballot boxes we don't use from 2018. They don't map. We they clean them now for getting ready for use for June 24th. How cleaning of that ballot box get for do is credible election. So these are all the challenges. But of course, we get for also rely on the intelligence of the people of this country for me to understand say some of these things are distractions. Now, a deliberate attempt for me to distract the CSL and for paint the CSL in a very negative light. We at the commission they work overboard. I tell you, there are some of my colleagues who for the past months they sleep in their homes. They sleep now Tally Center and they sleep in our warehouse because they go for insurance for put things in place. But these are things where people don't see. People can just see, say, somebody could just go on social media and just talk, say, commission not ready, not prepared. People are sacrificing themselves because one for ensure, say, we deliver a credible election because that is what the commission stands for. The commission for the past years, in 2007, we don't deliver. In 2012, we don't deliver. In 2018, we don't deliver. For no reason, we're going to make in 2023, we don't for deliver. Because we're not a progressing commission, now grow with the grow. And again, I must also emphasize this. 80% of who they in the commission so, don't they in the commission as far back as 2007. Me where they are, I joined the commission in 2005. I don't conduct 2007 election, 2012, 2018. By going in power, I will conduct 2023 elections. So we all done there, we all done witness, we say we don't conduct credible elections, we don't get international acclamations. We're very determined for ensure say we continue in that trajectory because for now the commission is being viewed as one of the best commissions in this sub-Saharan Africa. People do not know this, but whenever we go out in international fora for discourse, for get trainings, we always stand out. And we stand out not because of any other thing, we stand out because of the caliber of staff we the commission gets. So we're not in a position for mortgage that caliber and that quality at all.
So in line with the ballot box, one thing where people don't they get now that the issue of saying ECSL salon go lend some ballot box from Guinea ECSL now one way not too clear. Now that you there, you can make that clear to listener and viewer them.
Yes, again, the commission as we stand, we need something like 47,000 ballot boxes for the first rounds, and we need close to 12,000 ballot boxes if we go second round. Now, which in total, if put together, something like 59,000 ballot boxes. The commission by itself gets up to around 38,000 ballot boxes and more. But of course, it's not going to be enough 100% for the first round. Because we, in the commission, with a plan, we have a plan for the first round, with a plan for a possibility of second round. So the 38,000 plus ballot boxes we will get, not enough. Therefore, we look at which sister country when I Guinea for made them ballot boxes. And again, may I come back? This is not the very first time with the commission, they go out to other electoral bodies for lent electoral materials. We don't lend voting screen from Liberia. We don't lend materials from Nigeria. We don't lend materials from Ghana in the past elections. So this is not the first time. And besides, this is something we ECOWAS, they preach. Because ECOWAS, they preach for cut down on election cost. Election is very, very, very much expensive. And the best way for cut down on election cost, now for collaborate with other partners who say if you need this material, go take them to your next partner, use them, you go turn back. Instead of you spend money, you buy them, then in back we ready, you spend money, you buy your own. We do make either use them, you don't need it again. So because of these reasons, in the spirit of collaboration and in the spirit of adherence to ECOWAS protocol, we don't go Guinea. For me, the Guinean authorities, they lend up to 11,000 ballot boxes. This is not just a small fraction of what you would need. This never complements the effort of what we get. By the way, the Guinean ballot boxes there, we go for use them only in western area, urban and western area rural. So you can imagine, say, all the other districts there, there are 14 electoral districts there, all your ballot boxes that would use. So the idea where some people they get like say we not get no ballot box, just go let ballot boxes in Guinea for conduct all election, it's completely untrue.
So, Mr. Tori, at this stage, I mean, also you go say CSL in terms of preparation, 80, 90%, if you want to put on yourself on a preparation scale?
Within 90%, because within now we all things they in place. Like I say, we don't start for receive non-sensitive materials, and we begin for pack non-sensitive materials, printing of all sensitive materials they on course. So within 90%, and we believe say and convince say we on course for deliver June 24th.
All right. Finally, now let me look talk more about the resources money. Government fund almost the whole electoral process, but also get support from other development partners. Them. So how is it when it comes to resources money for though you say 90%, 10%? Is there any issue about money for conduct this election?
For the funding, we grateful to the government because the government, this is the very first election where is almost 100% funded by the government, and we're grateful we not get the challenge we been get in the last election cycle. With regards to funding, we very comfortable when it comes to funding, and I shall say we not get any information. Say for instance, we don't conduct election exercise, we not pay, we staff them, we not do this. No, we are very comfortable when it comes to funding, and we thank God to. We thank the Ministry of Finance and the team for really supports the electoral process.
All right. So thank you very much, Mohamed Toure, Director of Operations at ECSL. This morning, he talked about preparation for conduct the June 24 election, and according to him, he say the 90% completion of everything, and they're ready for run the elections.
We're planning to thank we will guest Mr. Toure inside the program. Good morning, Salon.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, now this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon, the end, Michael Sambola and Alex Lawrence Koroma, that then produced this edition of the program, Good Morning Salon. DJ Cliff gave technical support, Joseph Sunga and team make on see we live on my Facebook page. We will bring this edition come to you this Tuesday morning. Mean us up to you, calendar say, stay tuned to this frequency and goodbye.
Well, stay tuned at 12 for we midday show and at 7 for we national news. But throughout the day, we get more interesting programs that we can come to you from 98.1 FM. So always stay tuned to 98.1. In Asma James, they wish you a blessed day.